share with you my story. Would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I'll reap what I done sow.
From Katrina to Corona, all lies from the massa and the owner. Yeah, the ones that they say own Mama Earth. The founding fathers who have raped and pillaged since birth. What did they find when they arrived in this beautiful turtle island? Indigenous peoples who always shared love, food, and were always kind, only to be destroyed by people who declared, everything is mine. Yeah, this lie, this aristoc crazy, continues today. Except hegemony rules the day. The faces and spaces aren't just white and pink. They are all colors and somehow got bought up into this greed group think. But now it's about the blood-stained dollar, its supposed power, and the shadowy wealth-hoarding masses perpetrating out of the rich white tower. Family, these were never solutions. It's just more measles-filled blankets and Katrina superdomes. In Katrina, Po folks waited on rooftops for someone, anyone, but racist and classist genocide is real. Capitalist violence is always real. Criminalizing and profiling every poor person it gets. From sit-lie laws to stop and frisk, this shit ain't new. It's just more dangerous for us to rely on any forms of politics and government. Shelter beds, navigation centers, only motel rooms if you agree to poll lice. Nah, it's time to liberate the stolen money, the stolen land, the stolen water, all those scams. Take it all back. Listen to First Nations, Indigenous peoples, and elders who are still here, even after 527 years. Stop buying and selling Mama Earth as your capitalist model. Stop believing the lie of real estate snakes. None of us are okay unless all of us rise up and say, fuck yo fake-ass stolen land state. Nah, it's all time to liberate. Today's podcast from a pandemic poverty scholar is focused on the ongoing abuse of politics and government solutions to our problems. I was really sick and they made me sign something. I don't even know what it said. You know, you just sign because you need a bed to rest your head, said one of my fabulous poverty scholar reporters from Ruthless Radio in the streets, speaking for ourselves, because we don't need corporate media. The modern day Katrina is Corona, but now the scarcity models are killing all of us houseless and poor people. And yet people, even conscious people, continue to rely, looking for the savior state as our medicine, when it's never done anything but predate. The terror of scarcity. I'm actually terrified for all poor and houseless people and all of us in poverty. From putting unhoused people in a parking lot in Las Vegas to a police state in San Francisco for unhoused communities, taking these motel rooms we all begged the politricksters for, selling us that we can't leave for more than 2 hours at a time, and every time we come and go, we will be heavily policed. For folks who follow Poor Magazine, you already know there are outdoor cages for houseless people, just like our indigenous refugee babies from across the false borders. But yeah, there's cages for houseless people in occupied Seminole territory, aka St. Petersburg. There's cages, outdoor cages for people in occupied Tongva territory, aka Skid Row of LA. Ain't nothing new under the colonial sun. It's what happens when we rely on the state for anything or anyone. System already set up to kill us, said Mama D when she was watching the nightmare of Katrina unfold before her eyes. It happened right before she transitioned, and she added, They hope we will all die in these so-called natural disasters. It's all a lie. Whatever you believe about where COVID-19 came from, best believe, just like in the Katrina hurricane and so many other struggles like it, us poor peoples aren't the priority. Matter of fact, it might be an excuse to kill us all. What has happened to our brothers and sisters behind the razor wire plantations is a great example of that ongoing genocide. And the scarcity models of HELLTH care. Yeah, the struggle continues with or without a virus called COVID-19. In the end, there are poor and indigenous people solutions that have nothing to do with politics or ideas and plans. Solutions like Where Do We Go Berkeley and First They Came for the Homeless, the Poor People's Army out of Philly and Self-Help Hunger Program in North Oakland, Community Ready Corps and the Bank of Community Reparations and Homefulness, a homeless people's solution to homelessness. We have our own solutions that are based on our own lives and our own experience about what works and what doesn't. It's what we call poverty scholarship. Yeah, we have our own solutions rooted in our indigenous cultures and our ancestors. Shouts out to Sigurte Land Trust and all the powerful indigenous take-back projects across occupied Turtle Island. Leroy Moore of Crip-Hop Nation and Homefulness and myself will be doing a weekly Zoom series on Sunday afternoons on this, from Katrina to Corona, featuring a poor people-led solution every week. And in the end, please remember, the first place to liberate is our mind. Shouts out to the Homeless Union in Sacramento and Sac Soup. We all need to educate to liberate, because there's always power to the people, because there's power in the people.